Are you smart? Forget that. It's the wrong question. It's a loaded question, a trap. For centuries, we've been sold this idea that genius is a single, tiny target you either hit or you miss. A test score, a grade, a specific kind of brain that excels in a specific kind of classroom. This narrow definition has left millions of us feeling like we missed the mark, that we're just not smart enough. It's a story that limits us, that puts our potential in a box. But what if that story is wrong? What if smart isn't a single point on a line, but a vast, beautiful landscape with many different peaks? In 1983, a Harvard developmental psychologist named Howard Gardner shattered the old model with his theory of multiple intelligences. This isn't just a list. This is a journey. We're going to explore these 9 landscapes of the mind, and for each one, we'll have a guide, one of history's greatest thinkers, to help us see its true power. By the end of this, you won't be asking, am I smart? You'll be asking, how am I smart? And that question changes everything. Some people don't just use words, they live inside them. For them, language isn't just a tool for communication, it's the entire workshop. This is linguistic intelligence. It's the genius of the storyteller, the poet, the lawyer. These are the people who can find the perfect word that the rest of us search for, in vain. They think in narratives, they feel the rhythm in a sentence, and they can build entire worlds from nothing but the alphabet. They're the ones who win arguments in their head, write text messages that feel like art, and feel a deep satisfaction in explaining a complex idea beautifully. The philosopher Ludwig Wittgenstein believed that the limits of my language mean the limits of my world. The word weaver instinctively understands this. They use language not just to describe reality, but to expand it. Think of J.K. Rowling creating a magical universe that an entire generation grew up in, or a great trial lawyer using a single powerful story to change the minds of a jury. Let me ask you, do you love the feel of a perfect word on your tongue? Do you find it easier to express yourself in writing than in any other way? Do you often find yourself correcting grammar in your head? If so, your genius might be in the invisible, world-shaping power of words. The child who was told to stop asking, why, is the one who grows up to discover how. This is logical, mathematical intelligence. It's the ability to see the hidden architecture of the world. These are the pattern seekers, the problem solvers, the ones who see order where others see chaos. For them, a complex system isn't intimidating. It's a puzzle waiting to be solved. They find a strange sense of calm in a well-organized spreadsheet, a perfectly structured argument, or a line of code that finally works. They think in cause and effect, and they are driven by a deep need for reason. The great philosopher Aristotle taught that the highest human happiness was a life lived in accordance with reason. He saw logic as the tool we use to understand the fundamental nature of reality. The pattern seeker lives this philosophy. Think of a coder debugging thousands of lines of code to find a single error, or a financial analyst spotting a hidden trend in the market that no one else saw. Their genius is the ability to see the invisible threads that connect everything. Let me ask you, does a flawed argument bother you, like an out-of-tune guitar? Do you instinctively break down big problems into smaller, logical steps? Do you enjoy strategy games, puzzles, or riddles more than games of chance? If so, your brilliance may be in the elegant, powerful language of logic. Here's the paradox. Some of the greatest builders in the world construct their creations with their eyes closed. This is spatial intelligence. It's the ability to think in 3 dimensions, to see the world not in words or numbers, but in images. These are the architects, the surgeons, the designers, the pilots. They can mentally rotate objects in their mind, navigate a new city without a map, and feel the layout of a room before a single piece of furniture is moved. They have an internal GPS and a mind's eye that is as vivid as reality. The philosopher Immanuel Kant argued that space isn't something we learn from the world, but a fundamental framework we use to understand the world. The world builder has a mastery of this framework. Think of a master chess player visualizing the board 10 moves ahead, a surgeon navigating the delicate pathways of the human body, or a video game designer creating a vast, immersive 3D world from pure imagination. Let me ask you, can you pack a car trunk or a suitcase like a Tetris master? Do you give directions using landmarks and visual cues, not just street names? Do you often find yourself doodling, sketching, or visualizing solutions to problems? If so, your genius might live in the silent, visual language of space. Here's the paradox. Music is just organized sound, yet it can communicate a feeling more precisely than any word ever could. This is musical intelligence. For these individuals, life has a soundtrack. They don't just hear music, they feel its structure, its emotion, its patterns. They can pick out a single instrument in a complex orchestra, feel when a note is slightly off-key, and get a melody stuck in their head for days. They are sensitive to the rhythm in a person's speech, the beat of footsteps on the pavement, and the hum of the city. The philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche famously declared, "Without music, life would be a mistake." He, like Plato before him, understood that music speaks directly to the soul. The soul tuner is fluent in this language. Think of a film composer like Hans Zimmer, who can make an entire audience feel terror or joy with just a few notes, or a music producer who can hear a dozen different tracks in their head and know exactly how to layer them into a hit song. Let me ask you, does an off-key note in a song physically bother you? Do you find yourself tapping out rhythms on your desk or steering wheel without realizing it? Can a piece of music change your entire mood in a matter of seconds? If so, your brilliance may be tuned to the hidden frequencies of the world. Here's the paradox. The student who was told to stop fidgeting wasn't distracted, they were thinking. This is bodily kinesthetic intelligence. It's the wisdom of the body. For these people, thinking is a physical act. They learn by doing, by touching, by moving. An abstract idea only makes sense once they can feel it in their hands or act it out. They have an incredible mind-body connection, giving them grace, coordination, and a deep, intuitive sense of physical space. For centuries, philosophers like René Descartes argued for a split between the mind and the body. But the body thinker knows this is false. As Nietzsche said, there is more wisdom in your body than in your deepest philosophy. Think of Simone Biles, whose body seems to defy the laws of physics. Think of a master chef, whose knife moves with a speed and precision that is a form of thought, or a mechanic who can diagnose an engine's problem, not by looking at it, but by feeling its vibration. Let me ask you, do you learn a new skill by jumping in and doing it, not by reading the manual? Do you feel restless and unable to think clearly if you have to sit still for too long? Do you talk with your hands, using gestures to explain your ideas? If so, your intelligence may not be confined to your head, but lives in every cell of your body. Here's the paradox. The most powerful person in the room is often the one who speaks the least. This is interpersonal intelligence. It's the ability to read the invisible emotional code between people. These are the natural connectors, the leaders, the counselors. They can walk into a room and instantly feel the mood. They notice the subtle shift in someone's tone of voice, the micro-expression that betrays their true feelings, the thing that is not being said. They understand what motivates people, what they fear, and how to make them feel seen. The philosophers David Hume and Adam Smith wrote about sympathy, the ability to feel with others, as the very foundation of human society. The empath has this ability in abundance. Think of a great leader who can unite a divided team by understanding each person's perspective, or a therapist who helps someone heal by hearing the pain behind their words. Their genius is in connection. Let me ask you, are you the person your friends always call when they need advice? Can you often tell when someone is upset, even if they're pretending to be happy? Do you thrive in collaborative teams and find it easy to motivate others? If so, your genius lies in the profound art of understanding people. Here's the paradox. In a world that screams for your attention, the most powerful move is to look within. This is intrapersonal intelligence. It's the genius of self-awareness. These individuals have a deep and honest understanding of who they are. They know their strengths, their weaknesses, their deepest fears, and their true motivations. While others may fear being alone, the inner navigator finds clarity in solitude. They are reflective, independent, and guided by a strong inner compass of their own values. Over 2,000 years ago, Socrates gave us the ultimate philosophical command: know thyself. He believed that a life unexamined is not worth living. The inner navigator embodies this principle. Think of an entrepreneur who journals every morning to clarify their vision and stay true to their purpose, or an artist who channels their inner struggles into a work that speaks a universal truth. Their power comes from a deep, authentic connection to their own soul. Let me ask you, do you need time alone to recharge and make sense of your thoughts? Can you honestly name your own biggest flaws without judgment? Do you often reflect on your experiences to understand why you felt or acted a certain way? If so, your brilliance may be found in the quiet, unshakable power of self-knowledge. This is naturalistic intelligence. It's the ability to read the language of the natural world. These are the people who feel more at home in a forest than in a city. They notice the subtle shift of the seasons, the difference between bird calls, the way the clouds predict the weather. They have a deep, intuitive understanding of living systems, patterns in nature, and our place within the web of life. The American philosopher Ralph Waldo Emerson urged us to live in the sunshine, swim the sea, drink the wild air. He believed that nature was the ultimate source of wisdom and truth. The earth reader feels this in their bones. Think of a farmer who knows exactly when to plant and harvest, not by a calendar, but by the feel of the soil and the smell of the air. Or an urban gardener who can turn a concrete balcony into a thriving ecosystem. Let me ask you, do you feel a sense of peace and clarity when you're outdoors? Can you easily identify different types of plants, animals, or rock formations? Are you deeply concerned about the environment and feel a responsibility to protect it? If so, your genius may be rooted in the ancient, living wisdom of the earth itself. Most people spend their lives running from the big questions, but for some, those questions are a compass, pulling them toward their true north. This is the intelligence of the meaning seeker. They are the big picture thinkers. They ask, why are we here? What is a good life? What is my purpose? The philosopher Simone de Beauvoir believed that we are born with freedom, and our ultimate task is to use that freedom to create our own meaning. This intelligence is the engine for that search. Self-test. Do you often find yourself pondering the meaning of life? Are you driven by a desire to make a difference in the world? Your genius is the search for purpose. So, which one resonated with you? The truth is, you are not just one of these. You are a unique mosaic of all of them. Maybe you're a body thinker with a gift for music, using dance to express emotion. Maybe you're a pattern seeker who uses that logic to ask life's biggest questions. For centuries, we've been sold a lie that there is only one way to be smart. History, philosophy, and psychology all prove that brilliance wears many masks. The goal isn't to fit into a box. The goal is to understand the unique shape of your own mind. Because the most important discovery you will ever make is the nature of your own intelligence. The real question isn't, are you smart? It's, what is your genius and what will you do with it?